the brown packaging. Alright y'all, I wanted to interrupt this video really quick because one of our subscribers has an online store called FemFlare, and they decided to send us this beautiful, beautiful product. Alright, I wanted to show you the packaging. They put little cute thank you stickers. So it is this beautiful bag here. All the prices are super, super affordable too, and we didn't forget about y'all. There is going to be a discount code on the screen here for 10% off. There's a little bit of extra in here. So you can have it as a handbag, and then you also have the shoulder strap, and then we do have this chain, this that you can attach to the front if you like that style. I love that this is detachable because it kind of gives a completely different vibe with the chain versus without. So y'all check out the link in the description, and thank you again so much for sending us this product, and make sure y'all check it down below. All right, back to the video.
Hey yo, welcome back to Carpool Conversations. Damn,
We did it.
ooh wee people.
Don't ask how many tries.
I
that took
know.
us.
Oh my God. Okay, WiSay Family off camera. Yeah, I've been trying to get the rhythm of that all together, but I think that worked out very well.
Yeah.
Okay.
You crushed it.
Now, WiSay Family, just gonna give you a rundown of how this works. Okay, if this is your first time, we do these talks of controversial things that are affecting our lives, and we share our opinions and experiences with that. Now, you can disagree, which is totally fine. All right.
Everybody's got their opinion.
Exactly, and that's totally cool. Now, WiSay Family, of course, if you want us to talk about anything, comment down below and let us know. And basically, today's topic, we are going to be talking about mental health. Now, again, it's a massive, massive topic. And of course, just a big disclaimer here, we're no near professionals at all in this, okay?
And these are purely our opinions.
Exactly.
And our personal experiences with
Absolutely.
this topic, so.
And I mean, of course, there are levels to this, all right? People, like, especially just between the two of us. I'm like on the shallow end of things, and she's like there somewhere. You know what I mean? And we want to say a special thank you to John. Thank you so much for mentioning this. And I know there are even some of your comments. You do suffer a little bit from mental health issues, and our prayers and best wishes go to you. And even let us know that you wanted to take a little bit of break from the internet. So we appreciate you, and take all the time you need to take care of yourself. Should we dive right into this?
Yeah.
Why don't you start us off, Tiffany?
I guess
now?
Since I'm in the deep end, it's safe for me to dive, right?
John's question was our opinions about mental health and how our families, when we do talk to them about how do they receive that. So why don't you go ahead and start us off? No pressure.
No pressure. All right. So y'all, we had a video about my current issues, I guess. Is that the right word?
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
And y'all, if you want to see it, you can definitely watch it after this.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go a little bit more in depth with the things that I've been dealing with. But I am currently taking I am currently taking Prozac, which is an antidepressant, because I do suffer from depression and anxiety.
Right.
And these sort of things, like, I feel like everybody has like certain, like what Cece said, certain levels.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I was attempting to manage on my own without help for a very long time. And I probably was more in denial than anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, so those are the two big things with mental health that I have been struggling with for probably about 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah.
And just finally got help like a year ago. So,
yeah.
Even coming from a family, I did come from a family with people who do struggle with mental health, who have been on medications for it, and we do talk about it. But there was still such a stigma behind it, where I felt like I was in denial. So even coming from a background where we take mental health seriously, I did not take it seriously.
Why do you think that is, if you don't mind? Yeah.
I think it kind of ties into my personality as like who I am as a person.
Like this strong person that you feel like, okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
like I feel like I need to be on top of everything and I need to be doing everything right. And
Man, I hear you on that.
yeah,
now.
like I've always referred to myself as like I'm like my family's therapist. You know, like anytime anybody
attest to
has
that.
something, I want to help them, and that makes me put myself on the back burner a lot of times.
Right, like
Which is not healthy. It's not good. Don't do that.
Right.
Yeah,
no,
so,
I could definitely see that where you feel like, well, if people are coming to me for help, now I am admitting that I can't even
yeah.
help myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
like how am I supposed to help others?
So
if I can't
exactly.
Help myself?
No, I definitely get that though.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So, but my overall feelings on mental health though is that it is so important to take care of yourself, not only physically but mentally as well.
Yeah.
And so many people just don't.
Sorry,
CC's got the physical part down.
Yeah, I'm working on the mental stuff. Yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, so I just truly believe that it's important to take care of yourself in every aspect of your life. And even though mental health is now talked about way more than it used to be, I still don't think that it's talked about enough.
No, right.
And realizing that there's such a stigma behind having mental health issues, where even though it is so normal.
Yeah.
I don't like using that term because what is normal anyways, but like it's common. There we go. It's extremely common for people to struggle with things like this, and it could be very mild, temporary, as CeCe said, levels.
Yeah.
Or it can be crippling.
Sure.
And I know with my personal experiences, there's been times where it's hard for me to even want to do anything about the way that I'm feeling.
Wow. Yeah.
And I don't know why that is.
Yeah. So,
but yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? I mean, from your experience, what have you been doing that's helped you? Of course, you're taking medications for this.
Yeah.
But what else do you do to help?
So before I started taking Prozac, I did find, like exercising helped. Like trying to do things that make you happy. Like
right,
it is,
yeah.
like whether that be, I really enjoy just going for walks and being outdoors. Like that makes me feel better.
Right.
But like before I got to the point that I was at, those are the things I would do, be with family, friends. But it got to a point where I would make plans and I would cancel them, and like I didn't want to work out anymore. I didn't want to go for walks.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to do anything, even though I knew from personal experience that those things helped.
Yeah.
But I could not get myself to do them.
No, I hate it.
And that's when I decided to start taking medication to kind of get myself back to a place where I can self-manage and I can, I want to work out again. I'm not making plans with friends and then canceling last minute because of the anxiety of going out and being with people is too much.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of, but yeah, so it's important to find things that do ground you, that can make you feel better.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also, you have to acknowledge that sometimes that isn't enough.
Right. Yeah. No, absolutely. Now, you're cool to switch paces a little bit here. I want to be really honest with you all because I feel honesty is very important in topics like this. But before moving to the US, I didn't know mental health was a thing. As ignorant as that sounds, but it's the case. Now, I could say, we had better life crippling things to worry about or harder things to worry about, right? But in case, I feel like those things were there, but the spotlight wasn't shined into them, right? People were struggling, people were suffering from those things, but now whether the education wasn't there or whether just the awareness in general wasn't there for those things, so I was never exposed to it. So now, fast forward, moving to the US, of course, coming from a place like that, I had this mentality of, if you're sad, just get up and do something that makes you happy. Just be happy, right? It's simple as that. I've always had that mentality. Until today, I have a little bit of that because that's how when things don't go well, you get up and do something about it. That's what I've always done. That's what I've always known, okay? It's always worked for me. But recently, personally, some issues at work occurred where I wasn't getting along with this coworker. I was so stressed about it, and I mean, Tiffany definitely got the end of that stick, because every night I couldn't sleep. I just felt like I wasn't myself. And the things going back, now check this, going back to when I say you just get up and do something that makes you happy, right? The things that made me happy was going to the gym. I couldn't do that anymore. Mentally, I wasn't there. And that was the biggest eye-opening moment for me ever. I was like, how is this possible? I've always known if things are not going well, just get up and exercise. Just do whatever it is that makes you happy. That didn't work. I was terrible. I kept her awake all night, just talking through what would happen, and ultimately the best thing for me was to get myself out of that situation, right? And that helped. Absolutely. It helped, because now I'm back to my routine where I cannot wait to get to the gym, where I cannot wait to do things that make me happy. But what I'm trying to say is that mental health issues, I think 100% it is very important. And I talked about how there's stages to it, and just that nervousness. And even today, there are some things I get too overly nervous about, even though I know that I'm going to do just fine.
And do you think that, like, the anxiety that you felt with the previous coworker in the previous position, do you think that kind of bleeds over still? Like what you're saying, like there's times where you feel like you're worried that past experience is going to come back? Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, inevitably, right? I even going to the new job now, I was like, I have to prove myself. And every time something comes, I'm like, oh God, no. I hope it's not a similar situation again. Oh God, no, maybe what that coworker that I had worked with previously, they were right the entire time. I'm not good enough. That self-doubt comes in. Absolutely. But I also knew that it was an opportunity for me to prove that I was actually good at something. I was actually good at the job. It's just the person that I was working with.
Yeah.
Okay.
And oh God, I hated seeing you like that.
Oh my God. Trust me, I hated being that way, because it wasn't me anymore. It really wasn't. But now going back to family, my family, mental health is something that we don't talk about. There's a lot of things we don't talk about, but mental health is definitely something we don't talk about. Now, I'm not going to generalize there that says, oh, it's just African families are very uptight like that. It's not. I'm not going to do that. It's just my personal family. Things like that we don't talk about. And even if you do talk about it, again, going back to my mentality, and we share that throughout the entire family, just get up and do something. Just get up and be happy. Just get up and do something that makes you happy. Oh, that's not a real problem. You got people back in Africa that struggle about things like that, things about where they getting their next food, or war and all that. And those are 100% very important issues. But also, what goes up here is very important as well. But with that though, I've been doing so far really good. Now, this is just my anxiety and my anxiousness about things. That's just self-diagnosed, all right? I haven't seen a doctor, and that's something I'm working towards to actually, because to me, again, going back to Tiffany saying that the feeling of seeking help, the feeling of being on a medication, it just felt a little crippling, right? She was delaying that process, because she felt like, oh, well, if I'm helping, people are coming to me to help. Now I'm asking for help. That doesn't make any sense. But hopefully I would get there someday. But at the moment, I'm not there yet.
Yeah, and I think you're still at a point where you're able to self-manage.
Yeah, exactly.
Well. And that. If you are able to do that, then that is great. If you can find things to make you feel good without seeking outside help, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. By no means do you have to go and see a therapist or go and take medication.
Yep.
Like, I don't believe that is like general, like everybody needs to do that.
Need to do it, right.
If you're able to take care of yourself and get yourself to a point of being able to manage your symptoms without anything, then that's amazing. And I'm like, honestly, I can say that I'm so proud of you that you're strong enough to be able to do that. But sometimes when you're not able to, like, it's important to realize that and ask for help.
Yep, absolutely. Now, WiSay family, with that being said, thank you so much. We know this video is very long. If you're here all the way to the end, what word should they comment?
Let's go with pineapple.
Pineapple. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, comment down below.
Yeah.
Summer, right? It's fitting. Pineapple. We know that you watched the video all the way through. Now, WiSay family. Again, John, hope you get better very soon. We'll miss you, and we can't wait to see you back in the comments. With that, we will see you guys on the next one. Peace. We love you all. Bye-bye.